Media Moses is about an exodus out of Hollywood,
Yeah.
right? So Americans need to take an exodus out of Hollywood because Hollywood owns our media, lock, stock, and barrel. And when I'm talking about Hollywood, I don't mean the little tiny town inside of LA County. I'm talking about the industry, right? The film industry, the film and television, and I mean all the other things that they influence, the commercial world. I mean, goodness gracious, they are basically the worldwide culture at this point, the homogenized worldwide culture. And so we we export culture around the world in America. That's our greatest export. So, you know, um, it's what we do, essentially. It's what we became in the West, is a huge media force where we would influence the world with our culture. And it's a very lucrative business, frankly. If you know what you're doing, you can have a vast impact. And we're not talking about just making money on films or TV. We're talking about influencing the culture. And so how people think, right? This is what culture does. It affects how you think about stuff. So um, Americans need to take an exodus from Hollywood because Hollywood is mistreating Americans. It's just as simple as that. So people have tried reforming Hollywood. They've tried doing a lot of things, but what they're not doing is having enough belief in themselves to make their own thing. And that's a shame to me because given the technology and given the cultural differences between the typical American and Hollywood, right? We could do what Hollywood does at like a tenth of the price that they spend. We could do exactly what they do, and better, because we have a connection with the culture that exists. You know, most Americans are more conservative than Hollywood. So why don't we just make our own culture? I mean, through media, right? The culture is the culture, but the media influences the culture. So